you need to avoid all processed foods to be healthy, right? And so this is where you kind of go to one sort of end of the spectrum, right? And you think anything packaged, I need to cut it out, whether that's bread, yogurt, frozen foods, and only trying to eat these sort of deemed clean foods. And a lot of the time, I mean, especially here, I'm sure you've all probably seen things change over the years, right? But it's very difficult to, if you are picky with your food. Um, what was it I tried to, yeah, when I first came here, I tried to find Greek yogurt, accidentally bought like a pot or a tub of labneh, I think it was, and that didn't get eaten at all. But yeah, you kind of have this stress around okay, I need to avoid all of these types of products and only eat these kind of clean, healthy type foods. This then can lead to just overwhelm and it being too much and too much analysis and too much thinking, too much decision making. And as we have spoken many times before, right, we really want to get you away from, the clean eating, food is good versus bad for you type mindset. Because everything, I think is absolutely fine in moderation, right? And that I think is the key aspect here. And some things are going to be better for you reaching your goal than other things. And when you stop, I think, seeing food as having a sort of a negative association attached to it, that then is where you really start improving the relationship you have with food. And I mean, it takes a time to undo that because it's years and years and years of programming, and it's still very much in your face every day, as we say here with social media. And also, there is a confusion between, packaged foods, maybe minimally processed foods, and these heavily ultra processed foods too. And really, I think in the world that we live in, right, we need stuff, like stuff can't always be consumed straight away, right? Processed foods generally have a bit of a longer shelf life, which can be very useful, maybe less of a cost attached to them. Um, and I think this is one of Marvin's favorite statements as well, like the dose makes the poison too. So you can always have something in moderation. Just because you have it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, right? It's how it fits within every day. And, when we talk about having this kind of like 80-20 rule to sort of nutrition, where 80% is, good quality, whole type nutritious foods, and the 20% can be left for fun, right? Whatever that may look like for you. And so again, foods really have no like objective morality to them. There's no good, there's no bad. I would just say they're either probably going to get you closer to where you want to be or keep you the same or take you away. We spoke about the whole foods approach and minimally processed foods can really make life a little bit easier for you and not have to make you go to the grocery store every 5 minutes to top up.
Yeah, something that I found to be really helpful with this good versus bad food sort of, way of thinking is, if you think of food as, like Pete said, it's getting you closer to your goals, or maybe some is not getting you as close to your goals. So when you think of, when you're going out for food with friends or family or whatever the case may be, in as much as, yes, there are a plethora of ways which we could connect with our friends and family, but sometimes it is food, it's over food, right? And so it's okay, right? The purpose of the food that I'm eating in this moment is not so that I can be whatever X% body fat. It's so that I can connect with my friends, connect with my family, be out, be social. And so having that mindset has really helped me to stop thinking, oh man, I can't have this. Oh, the pancakes here. Ah, this is bad. And then that guilt that you then end up associating these types of foods with.
And I think that Abdullah, I'm not quite sure what you're saying easier said than done around, but I imagine that's probably um, sort of breaking the relationship or the negative relationship with some sort of food. And yeah, this absolutely takes time. I think for me, having been so strict with my diet back in my 20s, calorie counting everything, yes, it gave me a great view of what was in food, but it took a lot of time to just be able to eat normally without kind of panicking around what's in this, what's in that. Oh my God, I can't track this. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to avoid this social occasion. And whilst like each method has its benefits, ultimately we all want to get to a place where we can eat intuitively, right? We know what our body needs. We know kind of, roughly what is sort of the varying different nutrients in these sorts of food. And we want to be able to go to any occasion and feel comfortable and confident with what we're choosing. And in order to get there, right, we need to go into those moments where we're going to be uncomfortable and we're going to be exposing ourselves to these emotions and these things. And that is why it's so important, when we chat with you and we go through your food journal to understand kind of what happened, what went on, what led to this, what were you thinking, how can we combat that, or how can we overcome that situation from happening again the next time.